Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're going to do another premiere draft of Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Still learning the set here. I'd say it'll probably take at least a few more drafts before I become somewhat comfortable with it, but regardless, I'm still enjoying my time here. Alright, and the rare we open is a 3-mana looting effect that flips into a thing that makes mana. Not quite what I'm interested in, but there are cards I'm very interested in. We have the dinosaur thing, which, I don't know, I've seemed to have a hard time getting into green already. And it's going to be like Wilds of Eldraine, where we just have a hard time getting into green decks. But when we do, it can be really good. But there's this card, which I really want to try. I mean, I'm not going to force blue-white if the cards aren't there and something else is more prominent. But I would really like to play this card. This, I think, is like a Mythic level uncommon. It's 5 mana, you make a 4/4. You can craft this later on and just pump out 4/4s every time you have artifacts enter the battlefield, including the turn you craft this. So, yeah, I want to play the Master's Guide Mural. And let's see what we can do with this. The Echo, what do we have here? Rampaging Ceratops can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. We have the Mine card. When it attacks, make a treasure token. We have this thing, which is not what we're interested in ever. And we have a usable 2-drop here. And we have a Compass Known. I'm going to take the Mine cart. I've heard people talk nicely about this. It also helps ramp us into the 7-mana version of this, and also makes a treasure token, which can also trigger, the backside of this. So, yeah. And Minecart can also just go into any deck since it's a colorless card. Crew 1 is also pretty easy, and the treasures can also help facilitate a splash if we find we want to do that. Alright, now we have some other choices. We have the Waterwind Scout, we have the Iceberg. Those are fine cards, removal is fine. But of course the pick here is going to be the Dawn Runner, just a 3-mana 1/1 double strike. ETBs, it explores, so we'll either get a land or we'll make it a 2/2 double strike. I like this card. Reminds me of the prototype card from Brothers War. It's a 3-mana 1/1 double striker that draws you a card. Or in Brothers War, it could be a 7-mana, like 3/3 double striker, something like that. Well, that also draws you a card. I think I like the one from Brothers War a little bit better, but this one should still be serviceable. Alright, now we have the Quicksand, Family Reunion, we have Sunscribe, we have a Bat here, which is a pretty good one, but we have a lot of options for blue and white that I don't think we need to... I don't think we need to pick a card that's not blue or white. So do I want the removal, the 2-drop, or the Iceberg? I do like the Iceberg. But I also want to make sure we have enough 2-drops. And this is an artifact creature, feels it. This is an artifact, feels artifact synergies, all that. I haven't actually played with this card, so let's take that. Oh, Cavern of Souls. Well, we are Mythic drafting, and Cavern of Souls is a Mythic. It's not great here. It's also really not great with what we're doing. It makes your creatures uncounterable. Great in tribal decks. If this Mythic wasn't here, I'd probably take the Miner's Guide Wing. That's a pretty good one. But we'll just take the Cavern of Souls. Oh, and now we get the Tinker's Tote. This is definitely what we want to have. Makes artifacts. It's an artifact itself, too. There's a Compass Gnome if we want to facilitate some sort of splash, which is also a... it's also an artifact, but yeah, Tinker's Tote. Easy pickup here. Alright, so now we have... not super interested in the counter spell. We've got some red cards that are okay. Now, I don't want to be Boros again. We've done that a couple of times already. River Herald Guide. Spider or the Landmark. Hey, we'll try the Landmark. This also kind of cuts off white. Alright, we have Buried Treasure. Poison Dart Frog is decent. There's the Promising Vein. But we do have a Siren, which it's an artifact. It helps accelerate our artifacts, help pay for our this cost. It's a flyer, it has vigilance. I like this card. We're going to take it. And it's a 2-drop. And we still need more of those. Alright, so we have blue and green cards coming through. Not really interested in the Self-Reflection. I don't know how interested I am in Relic's Roar. Could be an interesting trick. Or I could also just take a green card and maybe hedge on some of that. Like this Poison Dart Frog. I'll have comments about that later. Compass Gnome. Or there's also Runaway Boulder, which I think would be horrible. We'll take the Gnome here. I keep talking about facilitating a splash. Oh, here's another Siren. Sure. I think this card is reasonable too, but not a reason to start going into black. Oh, we even get the Quicksand Whirlpool back at pick 12? Sure. That is a great pickup. Here's another 2-drop. It cares about artifacts entering. I think we're just solidly blue-white right now. I'll take the artifact. Yeah, this is a good start to a blue-white deck. Oh, a Plains. That's also a good start to a blue-white deck. What is this? Fabrication Foundry. Oh, but this card is currently banned right now. Only to cast an artifact spell or activate an ability of an artifact source. Exile one or more other artifacts you control with totem. That's because there's a bug with this card right now, and so I guess I'm going to take the Glyph. I like this. It enchants an artifact. We want to play artifacts. I was impressed with the Glyph last time we had it. Yeah, it's not legal in any format, so I'm not even going to pick that card right now, which is unfortunate because I probably would be picking it if I could. Ooh. Clay Fried Bricks. Oh, there's also the Nautilus here. This card is really annoying to play against. But I think the pickup is going to be the Clay Fried Bricks. Just great thing to do turn 2. Gets us mana to help get us to this and all the... I don't need that whole spiel again, do I? I would hope the Nautilus comes back, but fat chance of that. Maybe I'll take the Sandwing if that comes back. That'll be something we're looking for. Or the Cave. This cares about pirates or artifacts. I care about pirates, and, well, I care more about artifacts than I do pirates. But yeah, this is just a premium 2-drop. There's another iceberg here. I would like to get one of those icebergs. But there's just more important things to be picking up right now. I like to get some caves, too. You know, I haven't drafted one of those cave things yet. I don't know if caves are just being taken too highly or I'm undervaluing them. I'm probably undervaluing them. I should probably try to get at least 1 or 2 caves in my colors if I can. Or we can get more of these great 2-drop pirate things that can get us artifacts. Nothing else here comes close to that. It is like a 2-mana 2/1 that draws you a card. How could you not love that in Limited? And we have so many artifacts that... Plus we want to be digging to this thing too. Okay. Now I could take a Water Wind Scout, which is pretty good. There's the white-black sign, but I think we're pretty deep into blue-white at this point. So it's either the hammer or the flyer. I kind of like flyers. So we'll take the flyer. I know it doesn't really have synergy with the crewmates. Ooh, Nautilus. Yeah, we'll play that. It's a 2-drop. It's annoying to play against. It had a cool ocean gurgly sound when we drafted it. Alright, so in this pack all we have is a sage... I'm going to take the Abrade because it's not supposed to be here. There's a lot of good red cards in that pack. We could potentially splash for Abrade. I don't think we really play any of this. If we do, it's probably this card. I'm not a huge fan of it. Just because it's bad against your opponent's ETB effects. I don't know, it might not be... It might not perform as bad as the Moats card from Wilds of Eldraine did for me. Yeah, we'll put it to the main deck for now. So Compass Gnome and the Minecart can already help us with the Abrade. Here I can take a hammer. What? I don't understand what's going on. But regardless, we'll just take the hammer. We could take Buried Treasure. That could help us splash. Or there's also Helping Hand, which I think we've got a lot of... Oh yeah, we could get back the Dawnrunner. It's just a creature card. We'll take the Helping Hand. And I guess here I can pick up a Runaway Boulder over a Pirate Hat. Here the Archaeologist could actually be good. Well, speaking of things that aren't supposed to be here, some pretty good cards for the last couple of picks. Get Lost. Destroy target creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Its controller creates 2 map tokens. Yeah, but their thing is dead. So we want that. We're also kind of lacking... Well, we're lacking in on-color removal right now. If this wasn't here or it was some junk rare or off-color or something, I'd probably just take the Petrify. But I can take Get Lost. A lot cheaper. I'd like to see another one of these Master's Guide murals. What is this? The Belligerent. Whenever it attacks, create a treasure token. Until your end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. It's a 4-mana 5/5 that crews for 3. Oh, but we have a Tinker's Toad here. I'm just going to take that. There's a Cave Land. Yeah, we're just gonna take that. Oh, this is what I want to use too. Spring-loaded saw blades deals 5 damage. It's an artifact. You can craft with another artifact. Tap 2. Oh, you can also tap 2 untapped artifacts to crew this thing instead of just pay its normal crew. Yeah, I want to try this card. Definitely over the Petrify because artifact has more synergy. We're certainly in the right lane, and I think with that we don't need to consider splashing for an Abrade. Now here I could take the Flyer, or I could take the Cave. I think either one is reasonable. We already need to make some cuts, so I'm going to take the Cave and maybe stop undervaluing those. It's a hidden courtyard. Yeah, 5 mana. Oh, it discovers 4, so it can't hit the guide mural. A little bit lacking in 4-drop. We have a lot of 2-drops. I mean, some of them are like removal and other cards. As much as I don't mind the Shipwreck Sentry, I think this is more for blue-red. Well, we can get it off of the... Another one of these. Okay, what do we pick out of this? Quite frankly, I don't like any of these cards. And if we were going to... Red Splash could still be on with Sunshot Militia. Could also, in theory, do a Black Splash, because we have like 2 Tinker's Toads and stuff, but 2 Tinker's Toads can go good with this. Now we have to consider a Braid again. Oh, hey, I got the Sandwing. Or more cheap removal. Am I really... I don't know how much I'm really into this splashing. I'm going to take the Sandwing. I'm a lot more into the splashing now. I still might not be splashing. Guidewing is a fine card. As is the Siren, but we have a couple of those already. We have a lot of 2-drops. Well, there's a second Sunwing. Sandwing, not Sunwing. Oh, there's nothing from this pack I really want to play. So I'll just take the Pirate in case. We're not having trouble making playables. Here's another Quicksand Whirlpool, which is nice. That came back to us. Okay, now those other Sandwings came back. This is all... I don't need any of this. I don't need any of this either. Okay, maybe just there's no black-white player at this entire table, because otherwise that shouldn't be there. So we do have the Gnome and the Minecart to help with it. Oh, well, that's a playable card. I don't think we're going to play it, though. I think I'd rather just play the 3/3, because I can get aggressive with those early on. So actually, let's start by putting the other 3/3 in. We're going to do that. We got a Mythic out of this draft. Alright. I have 9 cuts to make. I don't think we need to stretch our mana base for this splash. We have a lot of other 2-drops that I'd rather be running, so we're just going to take out the red cards to start with. And how many creatures do we have? 14, but it's also kind of lying because there's the Tinker's Totes here, and there's the Minecart. Oh, and the Glyph. Oh, wait a minute. The Glyph could animate this thing? We didn't get back an Iceberg. That makes me sad. But anyways, the Glyph could animate this thing. And then this thing can just be attacking as a 5/4 that doesn't need to crew anymore and still makes a treasure because it's still attacking. We probably will play the Archaeologists. Now, do I want to play the Runaway Boulder? I do have things that... Oh, the Sirens do care about... I'm going to get rid of the Unlucky Drop. I think we have enough better removal. Helping Hand. How many 3-mana creatures do we want to bring back? A lot of our 3-mana plays aren't creatures, so we'd only be bringing back like this thing, the Scout. I mean, those would be fine to bring back. But I don't think this is necessary. It's also not an artifact. I realize I'm running other non-artifacts in the deck. But I kind of want to minimize some of those. Alright, now things are going to get a little tricky. We have a lot of 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have like 9 2-mana plays. I don't like taking any of them out. What cards demand that we have artifacts? The Glyph wants us to have an artifact. And the Mural wants us to have an artifact. Well, this wants us to have an artifact as well. Because I almost think we could just take out one of these Shipwreck Sentries. At the same time, the crewmate can also grab one of these. What's our artifact count? 13. We have plenty of artifacts. Tinker's Tote. The Scout. Well, exploring is still a good idea. Alright, because we need to cut 4 things. So there's the Deconstruction Hammer, which I don't think we're going to be that aggressive where we would need that. So potential cuts. I'm looking at these. I would cut one of the 2-drop. What's our removal look like, though? We have Get Lost. We have Saw Blades. We have the Whirlpools and the Boulder. What else can we do with the Boulder once it's in play? Other than trigger this. I mean, we could animate it, I guess. We could animate the toad itself. I guess we don't have much to do with the Boulder once it's in play. So I think I'm going to cut the Boulder. Though we could cycle it for crafting, too. I haven't been super impressed by these 2. And I think with the double sandwing and clay fried bricks, we could just run one less land. So we're still running both sentries. We still have 10 artifacts in the deck. And this thing can also crew the minecart, if nothing else. Maybe I don't want 2 of these. Because we should have enough to do otherwise. We're not trying to get super aggressive here, because all this removal is... Part of me still thinks we could just splash for these. Put the boulder back in so we can cycle it for crafting if we need to. Animate it, yeah. Okay, I like this. Let's do this for now. I don't think it would be completely unreasonable to splash for these 2. But what I'd be taking out... I'd probably take out one of these quicksand whirlpools for the abrade. And then probably... I think whatever else I cut is just going to cut down on my targets for the staunch crewmate. I guess I could take out the guide wing. We're going to leave the deck like this. We're going to play blue-white, because this is... We get to use one of the signpost uncommons that I really wanted to use. I was hoping to get, like, 2 of them. Because I think that would be really cool. Alrighty. And we're in our first game. This is a completely fine hand. I think I'll start off with the Sunscribe because it does more damage. Don't need to plane cycle for the one thing yet. I can take an artifact or creature, which is our entire hand. So it's probably going to be the minecart, I would imagine. At least it's not hitting our mural. Up against white-black. Cool lands from Wilds Veldrain. I was pretty close to picking those up myself. Okay, yep, there goes the minecart. Ooh, we get the spring-loaded saw blades. Let's go attacking and see what we... That's staying on top. We're even going to play that next turn, because this thing can tap for blue mana. Oh no, we would need another... We need another land. Okay, well, I'm not going to worry about it. We can just play the other Siren and then play the other... what's he going to do? Use removal spells on my Sirens over the 2/2 that's scrying stuff? I mean, I guess if that's what you want to do with your life. Skullcap Snail. Okay, well, we're just never going to be able to play this Sandwing. So this guy is just going to attack our hand. Which is fine, I guess. Quicksand Whirlpool... He doesn't have creatures right now. Well, he has creatures, but not ones I really care about. I'm going to bottom that for now. Because his creatures can't actually do anything to me. Yeah, okay. You want to trade and give me a 2-for-1 here. I mean, I guess he did get a card out of the Skullcap Snail, so it's a little bit even. So not going to be as even when we play this thing, and even later if we get... Oh, this also puts... There's artifacts in the graveyard for me to craft with. Oh, Bartolome del Presidio. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's getting really annoying, opponent. Well, there goes our saw blades, because I'm not getting rid of the mural. Can I clay fried... I can't clay fried bricks and mural, and we need to get this mural down. We need to attack first. I guess he also has this he can craft next turn. That's fine. Yeah, Golem Token. Alright, so there's a plains. Do I attack with this? It'll probably die. Our opponent did just pass the turn, but also not going to not attack. And we're just going to work our way to... This will also be good to craft, too. We'll play the plains he knows about. Although on Arena, if you play the plains he doesn't know about, I feel like you kind of see... Oh, what in the world? If you cast it for each player, choose a creature with power 2 or less that player controls, and then destroy all creatures except creatures chosen this way. That thing can just grow, so we're not blocking it. Now this crafts into... Whenever an opponent casts a spell during their turn, they can't attack you or planeswalker you control. Each opponent who attacked you can't cast spell. Okay, so then we have to choose... This guy's deck is really annoying. I have nothing to do this turn, because I need 7 mana to craft all this. But I can just start crafting. We're going to craft this first. And crafting is also not casting spells, so we could still attack. Never mind, we cannot do anything. Because our opponent is just not letting us have fun with this. I think this is considered one of the best rares in the set. We lost everything. I mean, land is okay here. Because we still have the 7th land in hand, unless he wants to play another snail. Well, we can craft with this thing. There's a Viper. Dawn Runner. We're going to craft with this thing while we can. Exile an artifact. Yeah, I can get rid of anything here. Now we got some dudes. Is there anything I can do about this? Do I have a thing that lets me sack an... Well, I have to sack an artifact and get it back. I don't think we have anything like that. Yeah, here comes this thing. That's just going to kill us in a few turns. There's the Archaeologist. I can get back... Of course, the artifacts I would want to get back are in exile. So let's start here with exploring. Waterwind Scout? That's good. I think that's good enough. Because this could now be like a 4/4 double striker next turn, provided our opponent ever runs out of removal. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Also, this will just be a 3/3 and can actually block that. But, oh, I can't do both in the same turn, can I? Oh, and there's clay-fried bricks for our opponent. And an Inquisitor. Well, we're not going to win by not casting stuff. He doesn't have 7 yet for this. But now I can't attack, which is kind of bad. I am going to... Because if he gets a land and flips this, this thing's going to need 4. So I'm going to explore here. I'll get a land anyways. Okay. The Glorifier of Suffering. I guess he could sack a thing and put some counters on stuff. Does this bring back... That just brings back creatures. Yeah, I really need the saw blades. Even our quicksand would be decent. Sacking that, and you're going to make that a 6/4. Yep. I die next turn. I'm not going to be able to cast things if I attack. This whole thing is just bad. Ooh. There's quicksand, and I can't use it on his turn. Could also play both of those out right now. Actually, if I exile this, I can play this anyways. But I don't... I'm going to do this main phase in case there's some sort of tricks. Oh no, I think that effect is still just going to... That's a triggered ability. Whatever, I can play the Archaeologist. That's fine. Kind of just need more... I'm going to take the flyer, actually. Maybe I should just scribe 3 there, but we can discover and play the flyer next turn. I think this is fine. We'll become somewhat stable again. The flyer is also going to be a 2/3 flyer. Okay, here comes clay fried bricks. But now this stuff can only be... Well, that thing gives menace, and that can also be used as... Okay. Alright. Still having difficulties. Let's start with our hidden courtyard, see what we get. Nautilus is good. A 2/5. It doesn't kill anything on its own, but I think that's okay. This will either trade with this or... Well, it could trade with that too. I'd be fine, I think, with that. And I think we gotta start getting some pressure on here. Yeah, I'll trade with the Vito's Inquisitor. Because the Menace thing makes me worried. Okay, it doesn't have anything. That's fine. So the 2/3 can attack and still be a good blocker against these 2/2s. That's also going to another Inquisitor. Okay. We're just going to have problems. Oh, the glyph. I mean, I could animate... I don't want to animate clay fried bricks. Because that is my pump card. I might just animate this into a 5/4. Is that a good idea? Because then we have an immediate 2-turn clock. I think we do that. And I don't need to attack with the Water Wind Scout here. We just need to not die. Well, this way the Water Wind Scout is also lethal next turn. We can also activate the Nautilus. Also kind of minimize how many times that thing can attack. I might just trade the Nautilus with it. Opponent goes Discovering. That's a good sign. Treasure Map, that's not going to do it. Opponent has a really good deck, but so do we, it seems. You can try drawing another card with the Crawler. You can do that. I mean, all I have to do is block things. Alright. How do we block this so we don't die? This can block here pretty easily. The Menace guy has to be blocked. Hang on. I have to block a lot of things, though. Menace guy has to be blocked. That has to be blocked. It doesn't matter if this dies. So that needs 2 blockers. Block like this, we take 4. Yeah. We'll flip the script on this guy's power and toughness. Damage happens. Massive trades, and we win. That had me nervous for a moment. Maybe I wasn't supposed to attack with the Water Wind Scout, because any removal piece would have got there. Oh yeah, we're in Diamond Tier 1, by the way. So of course, games are going to be difficult and intense. That's okay. We navigated our way through all of that. Opponent had a really strong early game, but we were able to set up and get the right stuff we needed. We didn't get to flip our mural, but that's okay. Maybe next time. Salsa Steve is our next opponent. Slightly awkward because we have the 1-drop in the cave, but I'm gonna still just gonna do this. Have the sentry, that's cool. No artifacts to trigger it yet. That thing could explore and get bigger. I could have my thing let's just trade. Chart. Okay, so he's just doing chart course. Draw a couple cards. That's fine. We can play the cave next turn because we don't have a 3-drop or another 2-drop to play. Which is a little bit sad, but we will have our Mural coming up. Okay, well, we have a 2-drop to play. And now we suddenly have... Oh, wait, this thing can attack now. Let's get aggressive. Because next turn we Mural and we can attack. I'd rather attack for 3 than... That is Iceberg. I wouldn't mind trading the Shipwreck Sentry. Not going to chump block. He has a Braid mana, but you know, okay. But he does not have a Braid because he would have killed one of those things. Okay, well there goes our Golem thing. Opponent is still attacking. We can find an artifact with this. Hey, I found an artifact with this. That's convenient. And I love when things are convenient. Oh. Okay. Well, apparently Steve went to go get some salsa and just didn't have answers for this stuff. I guess next turn we could have played a land. We'd have 6, 7. We could have... Well... We could have animated the minecart, gotten a treasure crafted with the treasure. And I guess that was just all too much for him. I wonder what was in his hand that he didn't have any answers or anything for our stuff. I guess we'll never know. Sly boots. But the real question is, were those boots made for walking? Oh, we have Get Lost, we have... Oh yeah, this is great. Amazing hand. We have a 2-drop removal spell for later. 2 mana, just kill anything. This kills... That's a really odd assortment of things to be killing. Creature, enchantment, or planeswalker? A lot of times it's like creature or planeswalker. Oh, that island is cool. A lot of times it's like creature or planeswalker, or it's like non-land permanent. You don't usually see creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Like, it can't kill artifacts. Very odd. River Herald Scout. Kind of annoying. But that's okay. Yeah, well, I can get a Shipwreck Sentry here. So I have the Guide Wing, I have the Sentry. I think I might just Guide Wing and Sentry next turn. We can attack with this, we'll trade a couple damage. Dowsing Device, yeah, that's fine. Oh, the Nautilus, that's here too. Our hand is stacked right now. Let's just double spell with these, because that's gonna go well. We can trade this, well, it wouldn't even be a trade right now unless he wants to use the Dowsing Device on this. Whenever Dowsing Device or another up to 1 target creature gains +1/+0 in haste, then if you control 4 or more artifacts transforms, you can give things haste. Okay, just want to do that. So now the question is, do I want to trade? Or does he want to offer the trade? Because I can still swing back for 3. Okay, well, I guess he doesn't want to trade and just wants me to swing back for 3. So what are we going to play here, though? We're going to attack. I kind of just want to play the Sentry again. And the Nautilus. Yeah, let's just double spell again. Don't need to hold up the removal yet. I'll save this for, like, when this thing flips or some nonsense. The Nautilus is really annoying to even try to block because it's 4 toughness, and if my opponent blocks, I could put the 2 mana in and trade, or just not do anything, and then my other creatures can get through. Oh, we can Tinker's Tote next turn. I mean, in that case, we don't really attack with the Nautilus. They're just kind of pointless. Dino... Oh, here's a... So you can give that thing Menace, but I don't care if it has Menace. Why do I care if it has Menace? We can just trade the Shipwreck Sentry for it. I'm down with that. But here I can attack with the Nautilus. Because I'm sure he doesn't want to trade his 4-drop for my 2-drop. You have 1 mana. Oh. Okay, well that was good for him. If he wants to block, I will trade. Alright. He doesn't want to go for that. So I could only single spell here unless we draw a land. Part of me just wants to play the Pirate. And I can hold open mana for Get Lost. Let's do that. Oh, I got the minecart. Cool. Oh, and it's also mana for the Nautilus. I think the double blocks are fine because both of these staunch crewmates got me a pirate. And they can't effectively attack. Okay, opponent goes exploring, gets another island. So now he has the mana for this. So we do have to be mindful of that. I'm down for trading. Because our hand is stacked as it is. And now we get to explore with something. Do I want the crewmate? I kind of want the crewmate to explore. Oh, the Mural. That's staying on top. This can attack. I have other things I want to do with my mana. I'm not going to attack with the Nautilus. Yep, that's why I explored with him, so that can trade off. I'm fine with that. Let's explore here, because I'm either going to get a 2/2 double striker or I'm going to get a land. If I get a land, now I have this up again. Flip your stupid iceberg thing. Do you have an artifact in your grave? Yeah, you do. You have a Dino Metanaton. Dinotomaton. Dinomaton. I don't know. Give me those mushrooms. We haven't done this yet. I like that sound effect. I also like doing this. Opponent's trying to find a way out of this. We just have, you know, cards for days over here. Please, flip your iceberg. Spend your turn flipping your iceberg. I promise you'll be sad. We're flipping the iceberg. He has unlocked my puzzle. Because now it's a creature. Oh, hey, that thing has haste. That thing is about to immediately not have haste. That's fine. Why are you not giving that thing haste? I don't know. It's dead, though. He gets a couple map tokens. Oh, gosh, that was terrible. Because he got 2 more artifacts, so now he gets 2 more triggers on the dowsing device. Now that thing's a 4-2. I mean, that's my mistake to take 4 there. I'll take it. Mural? One more mana, we can flip this, which will also be cool. And a Spyglass Siren for our opponent. He could go exploring a lot. Oh, that thing's going to be scary now. So this is just going to give a creature haste and +X/+0, where X is the number of artifacts. So right now it's +3 in haste. Alright. This creatures still have to tap, so we might want to keep the Whirlpool. Yeah, we're going to leave the Whirlpool up for next turn. So then the question is, do I want to play the minecart? Yeah, I'm just... I gave him map tokens at a really bad time. I think we just play the minecart, keep the Whirlpool open. I'm not going to do that, because again, I'm not going to put the 2 mana into that. We need to focus on not dying for a moment. That's going to... I can give +4 now. If he does make that, yeah, we're gonna exile this, because I've had enough. Yep, go all in on this. Please actually hit a... I didn't want you to land there. Kind of wanted him to hit a non-land so he'd be incentivized to keep going with that. Oh, this thing's gone, by the way. We're not doing this silliness anymore. And I think it would be better... Do I have artifacts in here? I don't have artifacts in there. Great, another thing that can just let him explore. Oh, hey. So now I can just do the minecart. This is a free attack. I'm not going to do the thing because I'm going to do the crafting thing. And we're just going to start pumping out 4/4s, and then we've got Tinker's Totes. I'll probably just play the Totes one at a time. Sure. Play the Totes one at a time so that way I can still hold up for the life gain if we need that shot of life gain. Oh gosh. Maybe I should have played the life gain first. Actually, yeah, we're just dead. Because I can get +3/+0. And haste. And we just die. You didn't... You had lethal. Does this thing not fly? Oh, it doesn't fly. It has flying as long as you... Okay, you need to send 4 for it to fly. I thought that always had flying. I thought we were dead. Oh, runaway boulder. That's nice, too. But clearly we're gonna make some attacks here. Now, if I boulder this... I don't want to die. Let's just do things the smart way. Yeah, because I'll flip the attack on that. There's also like a super lethal attack too. This game got way closer than I wanted it to. But hey, we got to flip the thing, we get to do the thing again, get another 4/4. So we'll have plenty of blockers. So opponent takes 7 here. I guess I should have attacked with this. Probably should have. I guess I'm the one that missed lethal now. It's okay. I just need to not die next turn. Shouldn't be too hard to do, because our opponent would have to deal 9 to us. This would be a card that could help him do it. But you need a flyer, because I have the ground all gummed up. That is not a flyer. That... Alright. Wonder what artifact he wants to destroy. There's probably like 5 of them right now he needs to kill. Can you even target... Oh, it's target creature you control explorers, so he can't even make my creature... Then again, he could only draw land, so if he finds a non-land thing, it would just go to the top of his deck. Yeah, I almost flubbed that up real bad with that that turn with the dowsing thing. I should have just, like, let him attack with the 2/2, you know, do whatever, and then do the kill his 6/6. I was too eager to kill his 6/6. Yeah, I think that mistake almost cost us that game. And then the fact that his one thing didn't have flying, that saved us so much. I really thought that just had perma flying. I'm still getting used to the cards, and there's a lot of like intricate synergies and little minor decisions to be made in this format. I like that. I do like this format, even if I'm misplaying sometimes. Reghall. Yeah. Great hand. Opponent has to take a mulligan on the play. Yep. That's always a bad sign for them. I think we'll start off with our Sunscribe here. Attacks a little bit harder. Sort of a little bit harder. I will trade with that if he wants. If not, we'll just scry. I don't need this land. We need our Mural. Alright, well, we got to scry out of the deal. Opponent didn't get, their thing. We have a Water Wind Scout now. Things are looking fine. Burning Sun's Cavalry. That's exactly what I needed. I think we're just going to make a Nautilus and make it bigger. Or I should say attempt to make it bigger. Oh, we are making it bigger. And of course the Tinker's Tote can stay on top. It's a non-land card that's really good. Yada yada yada. I have one blue open. Pathfinding Axejaw. Oh, that's a 5/4 now. Doesn't want the 2/2. It's fine. We're not attacking with the Nautilus this turn, because I don't... I mean, our opponent doesn't want to trade, but I have important mural business to attend to. Speaking of murals, let's activate all of that, so that way we win the game. That's kind of how that works, right? I mean, I can trade the 4/4 for the 5/4. I don't have a problem with that. Ooh, that's a good one. So there goes our 4/4. No, you get rid of that? Interesting. I'm still interested in trading. Oh, the glyph. Actually, what we're going to do, we're going to Tinker's Tote here. We're just going to... I suppose I didn't need to do that. And we're going to glyph this up. Oh, that card's a problem. Oh, now it's not. Also, I can just exile that. I have half a mind to just do that. And let's get aggressive. There's 7, that's half your life total. I'm fine with the double block here. Oh. That attacks or blocks. I guess that's always going to be 3. Okay, whatever. I goofed on the math there. We get to discover. Oh, look, we get a 2/1, which is going to give us another thing, because there's no way this is going to miss. I mean, there is, but it's not going to miss. Okay. Cavern Stomper, that's a 7/7. It's also, dead. It's dead, and I also want a land. Take any land. That is not a land. It kind of gives us mana. I don't think it's good enough here. We're just going to attack with our flyer. Keep poking in. I'll see if he wants to do this. No, he wants to do this. Okay. See if he wants to attack for 7. Well, he does. So I could kill this now. 2, 4, 5, 6. I'd have to triple block. That doesn't seem good. I don't want to take 7, though. Especially when I'm about to give him 2 map tokens. I'm going to do this now. Aha. That's going to trade there. That's fine. Plenty of things here we can craft with. And I have a 4-4 machine again. I do need an artifact to enter play for next turn. 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I could trade off. What's the alternative? Attack? I don't have good attacks. Let's get rid of this while we can. Oh, hello. I have a boulder. Yes, I'm glad I put the boulder in here. We can do this on our turn so we can, you know, activate this, get another 4-4. And keep poking in the air. We are presenting lethal. Okay, well that can explore a couple of times. Just need you to hit a land once here. Okay, so now that best it can do is just trade with my 4-4. Alright. Oh, we're Mythic. Ah! We hit Mythic. We have a good deck to do it, too. Guardian Ubit, well, that's why it gives me 20 gems, because I already have a set of those. 4 was... Oh, wait, what was my rank? I didn't pay attention to that. I think it's top 1200. Okay, I don't need emotes or stickers. I don't care for those. I care for interactive backgrounds, which we do have a bit with this set. Speaking of interactive backgrounds, I like this background. Really, really cool. A lot of stuff going on here. You got the skeleton dinosaur beast thing over here. You got this big dead thing here. You got water down here. You got whatever glowiness this is. And you have all these cool inner cave etchings. That was very nice. We're having a hard time finding an opponent. I hope it doesn't do the thing where if you take too long to find an opponent, then you find one and the game immediately ends in a draw. Because there's been a sound glitch that happens where the game music background will start and then you'll have a second round of that going when you go back to the other main thing. Ecolic is our next opponent. I mean, we don't have a 2-drop, but I have a million of those. Oh, we're rank 269. Wow. Our opponent probably feels a bit intimidated. I know I usually do when I'm lower rank and get matched up against a Mythic. But I don't have a 2-drop, so, you know, good for you. You have a 2-drop. Yes? You don't have a 2-drop. Well, you can't have the counter spell, so let's play the Water Wind Scout. We'll get that going. It'll get us a map token, which we can use to explore, find some other goodies. Yeah, another funny thing is I could, like, cycle this. There's a single card with cycling. This is weird. They have, like, a handful of mechanics, like cycling, flashback, battle cry, that they only put on 1 or 2 cards in this set. Well, this is silly. Let's see what we got here. No, it's going to stay on top. I think I'll just play the tote and attack. Not in that order, but you know what I mean. Opponent is blue-green, so that is the Explorer archetype. You're not exploring before you attack, so... I mean, I guess you didn't have to. It checks the map token afterward. Yeah, it's... Oh, okay. That's an issue. It's not one that I can particularly solve right now. 4-5. I just want... I'm gonna whirlpool that thing. He has to attack with it, but I guess if nothing else happens, I could just cycle the boulder. I like the boulder though. I can get the boulder back. We just talked about this. Okay, going this route. Oh, well. Yeah, I know he's got a combat trick. We can trade our scouts off. I'm fine with that. I don't need to win in the air. Of course, a combat trick is going to make things a little bit more tricky. Now I want to keep my scout. Nautilus. Let's get the Dawn Runner here. Oaken Siren. That can kind of help get us there. We can double spell next turn with that. I guess that'll be fine. 1 attack. Now, I know he has a +3/+3 trample trick. Gotta keep that in mind. Well, now he doesn't. At least not one that he can play this turn. I will take this trade because his board and combat tricks scare me. Alright, that was good for us. So now, just attack with the flyer again. And we have the Nautilus. We don't have good blocks because of that combat trick. But if he attacks, I think I'm just going to chump block. Like, he can attack with both here. I'll just chump block the 4/3 with my 1/1. And that's fine. 1 more mana, then we do have good blocks, because then we can just boulder whatever he tries to pump. I don't want to take a bunch of damage when I know he's got a trample trick. And when things like this are happening. There's a minecart. Does that help me, though? It has to attack. I think we're just going to play the other tote. And try to win this game in the air. Oh, the minecart, though... It's not really a blocker here. Can also cycle the runaway boulder, not border. We have him dead in the air in 2 turns, but he has us kind of dead in 2 turns. So you can just make the 7/7 unblockable, and then next turn give it the trample. Well, okay. Okay, he's going for the getting the land. I can still do that, but he doesn't have the trample trick this turn. +3, -3. Do I need to chump block this? I think I do. I think I do. Boulder is active, so I can just boulder whatever he tries to... Whatever he tries to pump, minus the 7/7, but the 7/7 is not... That plus the combat trick is not going to be enough to kill us. So if you want to make that thing, go for it. I think we got just enough here. Well, I also have this life gain. Here comes the squad. Well, this is an easy block, this is an easy block, and this is an easy block. Now, they're all easy blocks. How about that? Let's see what he wants to do. He wants to staggering size that. I want that thing to not exist. And we win. Welcome to Mythic rank opponents. And hey, we're rank 233 now. We are certainly earning that ranking. Yeah, I'm sure our opponent there can get up to Mythic rank 2. He had a good deck. I mean, he didn't play terribly at all. It's just a matter of, he just needs to do enough drafts to get up to Mythic. Another thing to watch out for, I had 6 mana there and I passed the turn. You kind of have to know that something is up when your opponent does that. Civilian 90. I mean, we can Tinker's Toad on turn 2. We don't have any of our 1 or 2 drops. We have this. But it still doesn't count. We have removal for days. And we have the tote, so... There's the Draught. It's a pretty decent card if you can sacrifice it. We're just going to start off with the tote here. Be mana efficient. We can play the crewmate at any point. Ideally, that point is when we draw our 4th land, because then we can crewmate and keep these saw blades up. Snail. I mean, I don't really need these. We're just gonna animate the... But there's nothing I want to saw blade, so I'm gonna animate. And I don't believe in your stuff, so I'm going to attack you. Sure. So our Tinker's Toad is just trading with... The two 1/1s we got from this are trading with 2 of his cards. And of course he did get 1 card off of the thing, so... Now his board is clear, we have a 5/4. He gets a scry and a treasure, that's not irrelevant. I can also just sack... I can sack this to activate Discover 3 whenever I want. That's an interesting interaction. Oh, Death Touch. Alright, fine. You can kill my 5/4. I don't care. I get to discover off of it. Milled a couple lands there. Oh, man. We could hit... We have Clay Fried Bricks in the deck, so we should attack here first. Obviously, our opponent's going to block, and obviously, I'm not going to do anything about it. We got a lot of value out of all of this, and we're about to get more. Well, it's not Clay Fried Bricks, but that could give us a land. That'd be awesome if it does. I would rather just draw the land than wait a turn to draw the land. And I'm going to play this anyway, so yeah, binning that was the correct move. Because now that's... Because the crewmate can't pick up that card. Siren. Man, this deck is awesome. Deadweight. That's fair. That's not fair. I don't like that card. But we're going to get our Mural Master going here. We can attack for 1. I don't need to trade here, because I can just spring-loaded Saw Blades. It's fine. But I'll Saw Blades with the Oak and Siren mana. It takes 3. Alright, cool. Not blocking, because that's just going to be dead anyways. Now, he does take a damage for that. You have a blocker for my 2/1. Alright, you do. Oh, and it has lifelink. That makes things a bit trickier. Well, I do know for starters... Oh, I was supposed to, but I got the thing anyways. Alright. I can craft... Do I have artifacts in here? I have the tote in there. Yeah, I think we are going to craft. Rather than play the scout. I don't need the flyer, I need to stop his lifelink shenanigans. So this'll work. And next turn, you know, I can also... I can tap artifacts and... Yeah, this'll be fine. And of course, if he has removal, he has removal. I just don't want to make it easy for our opponent. We are Mythic rank number 232 right now. I thought we were 233 before we went into this. Okay, we're gonna crew. What you got, opponent? Oh, what the heck? Excuse you. Whenever this attacks, each opponent discards a card, Tithing Blade. I don't want to sacrifice anything. Oh, what does this thing do? Attacks, it discards a card. That's annoying. For each opponent who can't, you draw a card. Whenever an opponent discards a land, create a 1/1 black. Okay, when that dies, return to battlefield tapped and transformed. Transformed, activate only if player has 1 or fewer cards in hand and only has a sorcery. I'm glad this thing exiles. Okay, we have to sack a creature. It's going to be Eeny, meeny, miny, you. Okay, so we did just throw away the thing. I actually want to just exile this right now. Not even going to give him the opportunity. Now that we drew the land. If we didn't draw the land, we would have just probably crude attacked and played this. No. We would have held up the mana to do this when he attacks. Well, we're Mythic rank 193 now. And we have a deck that I am thoroughly enjoying. And we get a Wrath. We're at 6 wins. And I'm having a blast with this. Ra Nazura. Hey, it's a ranked Mythic player. I'm gonna keep it because we have the Siren, the Minecart. A little bit of a risk. We're against Mythic rank 242. But I have cards to play here, and that's the important thing. A Plains will get us our clay-fried bricks. I am going to be terrified if that thing can animate as a 5/4 indestructible thing. We would need one of our quicksands to deal with these, and the colors, too. I guess we attack, and we play a minecart. I don't think I'm going to block with the minecart, because I do need the treasure to get the plains. Yeah, you'll get your treasure. Oh, that's actually really good synergy, because you get an artifact and that does that thing. Yeah. We're not blocking. I need to attack with this. Oops. Well, now I don't, but he doesn't know that. I don't have an answer for that. Still take a treasure here. Got to braid a needle, huh? Well, I have this anyways. Let's get 1/1s. Okay, so that's just gonna stay tapped for a little while. That's fine. I think we start chump blocking. We're gonna have clay fried bricks. We're gonna flip that at some point. This is just getting out of hand. Captain Storm is just so good. This combo, turn 1, turn 2. I don't know how we beat this. We need our removal. I mean, I guess we can chump block later rather than now. Soaring Sandwing. We have the tote. This really wasn't a great turn. I maybe should have done this differently. Like, I could have done the archaeologist digging for the saw blades. Okay, keeping the minecart. Alright. Well, now I don't want to chump block. Because I can... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can flip this next turn. No blocks. Dangerous territory. We're at 6, though. Oh, that thing's getting bigger now. I can craft with it from the graveyard, so we can sack and gain life. We can draw another plains. Alright, attack here. Go crafting, and I hope this is enough, but I have a feeling it might not be. Our opponent had, like, the best start you could possibly ask for, other than getting the glyph to animate the stupid pickaxe. We now have a bunch of 2/2s. Okay, that's going to make another artifact enter and get another counter. We also still need a way to win this game. Six, 6. It's going to get even bigger when it attacks. I can't even quadruple block it if that becomes a 7/7, because the other two will be lethal on their own. Or alternatively, everything is also just going to have 5 toughness, and I can't triple block anything to kill it. I can't even double block this because that's going to get to counter. That's not going to get a counter. Well, I have to chump block these because those are all lethal. Okay, one thing is dead. And our opponent's still at 17, so he just gets turn after turn with this nonsense. I should probably just play the Archaeologist and try to find an answer. Yeah, let's do that. None of these things kill anything. So that isn't going to work. Oh, and our opponent has an Abrade, too. So, you know, there's that. I mean, if he has another removal, it's just game over. I think he misplayed last turn, though, because he could have put another treasure, even a counter to another guy. Alright. Well, this is now not going to get to explore. I now need 2 answers. And that gets to explore again. Saw blades won't even do enough now. Oh, runaway boulder. As it's now out of range. Yep, that's going to be game now. We'll get the boulder after everything is out of range to kill it. Alright, back down to Mythic 239. I didn't say it because I didn't want to jinx it, but we lost anyways. We couldn't get the 7-0. Come on, the way this deck was performing, it should have been... Well, the pickaxe into the Captain Storm and us not ever getting any of our removal for it, that's what did us in. I think if we had any of our removal early on, could have gotten rid of the Captain Storm after only like 1 treasure. I think then we would have an actual fair game going on until we start doing some of our unfair stuff. But alas, it was not meant to be. And so now we just need our next and hopefully final opponent. Sometimes when you're in Mythic rank, it takes a little while to get matched up with someone, because there might not be other Mythic rank people or even Diamond rank people in the queue. That's why we've been getting a lot of Platinum opponents. That's also why this might not... Okay, it's Diamond rank. Goose Boxicus. We're missing blue, but we have clay fried bricks into Tinker's Tote. I'm going to keep it. It's good enough. And we just need to draw our blue. Not blue cards, blue sources of mana. Well, we have saw blades, we have the toad. We're doing stuff. Don't want to do this until we can kill a thing. So we just really need blue mana now. That's not good. That's not better. I guess I'm going to plain cycle this, just so we can keep our land drops going. I will saw blade this thing. Will I craft with it, though? Probably. Are you going to counterspell my... There you are. Okay. I can whirlpool that. That's fine. I want to give him a chance to use the map token, though, on it first. Shipwreck Sentry. That's not a bad one. I was thinking about the map token and putting it on there. It's a 4/4. But it can't necessarily attack each turn. The flyer can. I don't have a way of stopping that right now. Well, I don't have a way of stopping ground things either, because I'm not getting the right color land. Can I... No, I need another... So we'll just hope that there's no trigger for the sentry. Our opponent's playing, like... the worst version of our deck. But is winning because he has both his colors. I say worst version because... Well, we're not running the... Those cards aren't bad by any means. So one more land, I could activate the clay fried bricks, or do I just try and discover? Discover here. No, there's our other land. Oh, hey. That's reasonable. This card will also let us discover. This card will also let us attack. I don't mind trading. And this, if it goes to the graveyard for any reason, yeah, that's fine. Get the evil thing off the board. Oh, there's a minecart. Perfect. We'll get our blue source one way or another. Pass the turn. I am not going to activate it and block with it into who knows what trick. I'm going to assume our opponent has tricks. I know we got someone earlier, but I need blue mana in order to do anything. Our opponent is using Map Quest over there. Oh, and gets that. That's a good one. I could even go for a double block to kill that, but it's more important that we cast our stuff. Our opponent doesn't know we have blue. I don't particularly have any tricks right now, so we're just going to do this. Attack. I want to attack. Thank you. Give me the treasure. I wonder what our opponent's thinking about over there. What are those other two cards in his hand? Alright. I am not going to use the treasure right now. Wait. 4, 5, 6. I guess he'd have to tap that. Never mind, I'm going to use the treasure right now. Because I can just activate the... As it is, I can activate this next turn. And do I have... I have a Tinker's Tote in the graveyard. I have the Saw Blades in the graveyard, yeah. So we have crafting stuff we can do. We'll just get a wide board. Now, you could use the needle on our Siren. That's fine. You gonna go crafting? Not right now. No, you don't have anything to craft with. That's craft with artifact. No blocks. We can take 5 here. All our stuff's about to just get bigger. In fact... Oh, we can return an artifact? Well, that will definitely be the Saw Blades, I think. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna craft with this. Do the thing, get that. Let's do this too. I like not putting any faith into our opponent's counterattack. Sure. I'll take some map tokens. Maybe now I just attack with one of these. Well... we'll go with 2. Because these things can't attack super well into this. And I want to incentivize my opponent to do exactly that. Because we're getting back our Saw Blades. Well, that's poopy. I was just going to craft into a 5. Each player chooses a creature with power 2 or less. Oh, I get to keep my Nautilus. Okay. You get to keep your flyer. You get another flyer. This thing crafts with artifact. You have artifacts now. You don't have artifacts in the graveyard. You don't have to use an artifact in the graveyard. That was really good for our opponent. Oh, we got to get the Saw Blades. I can't even get back the Saw Blades and play the Saw Blades this turn. but we got to get the saw blades back. But if I play these things out, I can pressure our opponent with death. Oh, wait, oh, I can only cast... I can't cast all three, though. Well, let's get something else we can cast then, shall we? I mean, that's a good one. What do I need to have bigger? Maybe this. Maybe we could get a... That's the wrong land. But it could still be the right land. Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep that for sure. So I can activate this once. Opponent can stop doing that at any time. 3, 6, 9. Tell him this is actually, it would be a lethal attack. But it just gets chump blocked. Oh, that was such a good... You can't play around the bomb rare. Oh, it goes for the attacks. I also can't not attack, though. I can't stop everything, though. That's the thing. So, yeah, we gotta go for the attacks. Island... It's a little late. I guess if I survive, I would like an island. Yeah, because you just do that. I can get lost a thing, but there's 3 lethal flyers there. Chart a course for our opponent. Not being able to cast and attack there, because I had to make an attack. But even if I could cast there, I wouldn't have enough to stop all those flyers. So, yeah. Alright. I don't really mind what my rank is. It'd be nice to finish the end of the month in the top 1200 so you get the 20 play-in points. If I don't quite get there, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe when we get closer towards the end, if I'm like really close to the top 1200, I might like stop mid-draft or something and come back and finish the games after the season resets. We can keep this. We have a 2-drop. We're up against Turox. We have a 2-drop. We have Saw Blades. We have Whirlpool. Last game, our opponent just had too many flyers for us to contend with. And the bomb rare. I had the bomb rare. Ooh, I have this thing. Let's do this. Well... Okay, it whiffed. 4 land... Well, I didn't want to draw 4 lands in a row, so I guess there's that. I'll offer a trade. No trade, alright. Next we've got Plains, Saw Blades, Whirlpool. What the heck is this? Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature against trample until end of turn. Discard 1 or more cards. You may play that card until your next end step. That is obnoxious, and now I need to kill stuff. Discard. Alright, yeah, I think we're just gonna double removal here. Do this. That might incentivize him to not discard. If I get another land, okay, we're still gonna loot away. Okay, pathfinding axe draw. That's fine. That card's not. Oh, this is so bad. Well, I can't run away Boulder. Guess we're gonna do this. I can spring-loaded saw blades. Okay, so he didn't have another pump spell that could have saved that. And there's this thing. Alright, enters battlefield, discard any number of cards, draw that many +1. Beginning of your end step, if you descended, put a board counter, and then you can move. Okay. And of course, because he discarded, even though it was to this, that triggers that. Yeah, it's just whenever you discard one or more cards. Oh, that's nice synergy there. Well, I still can't do this. I can still chip in. Let's see if we can get a land here. That's a fine card, but not what we're looking for at this time. Alright. Well, I have a double striker. Well, I don't have a double striker. I used to have a double striker. I could just sack this to gain... I think I might just do that. Because then I can craft as well. There's another Pathfinder thingy. And now this land that can also animate. Oh, you did that so you could descend this turn, huh? Well, that card is going to be absurd. Can I... It's an artifact. I'm gonna do this. Okay, we have the boulder. So let's kill his thing. Get in for 2. Please block and trade. Alright. That discards. I don't have an attack here, or a block, especially because it has trample. It's +1/+1 against trample, yep. So now I'm kind of lacking in attacks, too. And bringing back the Tinker's Tote does not quite do enough. I could just turn this into a 5/5, which I may have to. This thing is now flipped. I was just gonna get to discover a bunch. Oh, this is so bad. Yeah, that thing stops me from... Alright, we're gonna have to craft, I guess. We might lose this now very quickly, because I just haven't been able to get rid of this. Alright, hang on. 5 damage to a tapped creature. We can bring this back and hopefully kill something. It's a 4/4. I feel like I should try to kill it. Because this stuff isn't doing anything anyways. He let us kill it. He gets to discover 3. So he gets a Spelunk. Okay, that's not the... I mean, that gives him another card. Gives him 4 life. That's not the worst thing in the world. Land is not what I needed. Let me get our saw blades back. Cool. You tap your thing. I can kill it. Thank you. I appreciate that. What artifacts do I have to craft with? None in here, but I can just craft with this thing because there's like no synergy with that just being on the field. Yeah, alright. Can activate the rock slide and attack for a bit. Doesn't want to do that for whatever reason. This doesn't have reach. I don't know. I don't know. Because this doesn't have haste. Alright. Whatever you say, opponent. Exile this artifact, because it's not going to do anything on the field anyways for us. And here I have a reason to play this, in case I need to activate this effect for whatever reason. But now we have a 5/5 as well. And the Nautilus is pretty good here. So now we just need our opponent not to draw castable... I didn't think that card was very good. There's going to be a lot of discovering going on. Our opponent's down to 7 cards. Well, wait, they just exile. Okay, they have 12 cards. Oh gosh. Didn't find anything. So I still got to get through all this. He's got a lot of lands left. Please mill 2 cards. Discover 3, but you don't... Alright, you have a thing. A lot of lands left in the deck. But that thing has reach now. Our new plan might be to try to just outlast our opponent. I mean, it's something. We can't attack effectively. Okay, he's gonna have a lot of land draws. That thing will be a 3/4, but if that attacks another... I can block that with the 5/5. And the 3/3 can trade with something. Just going to hold that. Okay, you have a bunch of lands, you can draw a bunch of lands. I need to... Okay, thank you. Really not a good idea to be playing your lands here. I mean, I guess if you didn't play a card, I would know it's a land. I'll play one of these. I need to do... Just because I'm cheering for my opponent to draw land arena does not mean that I want to draw a bunch of land. Hidden volcano. Okay, so we're discovering again. Do we even have a burning sun cavalry? Okay. I need to discover again for the same value, but I don't think you... Okay. Did things not get cast? I have Quicksand Whirlpool, that's a defensive card. Could also kill this and then try pinging it. This is gonna kill him slower than... We need him to do stuff or to run out of cards. This will help him run out of cards. I like that. Now I don't really want to get aggressive. Like, I could start attacking for 5 if he goes for a double block, Quicksand Whirlpool, one of the blockers. But I think we'll just let him run out of cards. How many dinosaurs does he have? None right now. And I just keep getting more defensive removal cards. That's fine. I can sit here. I have all deck. Yeah, opponent discovered so much that they ran out of non-land cards, mostly. And I have removal now for the things that are going to matter. Like that. Go ahead. Play it. Oh, Walk with the Ancestor. I don't like that one. But of course, you're casting the... You're discovering more cards. You're running out of deck, opponent. I still don't need to do anything till he attacks. Like, none of his stuff... Go ahead, discover more. Two Dreadmaws, okay. I'm gonna have to kill those, though. Why are there 3 of these things suddenly? Oh, we're getting aggressive now. I mean, go ahead, get aggressive. Yeah, opponent realizes what's going on here. Okay, so that's going to be a 5. So first of all, tap 2 other... Well, we're just going to crew. Okay. Do I have attacks, though? Not against all that. I also kind of need to kill those. I need to not take 5 here, is the other thing. So to blockers, this can easily block that. That blocks there. 3/3 can block there. Take 3. These are 6. It's not really 6. Do this. And also gain 3 life. I'm gonna whirlpool one of these. What's cool is when he draws one of those Dreadmaws and casts it, he'll just lose. Oh, hey, a Mural of Excitement. Okay, yeah, he realizes he's not going to get the win in 2 turns. And we got there. I had fun. That was amusing. Our opponent discovered his whole deck, and but did not discover a victory. And at 7 wins, this deck deserves 7 wins. Let's take another look at it. We had the Mural. It's amazing. These guys, also amazing. These things also pretty good. Nautilus, super annoying. Sawblades was good. Bricks. Yeah, we just had a lot of really good cards. Really good deck. I'd play this deck again. Yeah, we did. I don't think we ever cast a Sandwing. Maybe I don't need 2 of those. I think there's room for some improvements in this deck, but not a whole ton from if you repeat the same draft we just had. I like that. Maybe I should have been running this instead of a Sandwing. Maybe. Just use the Sandwing as the 17th land? Probably. Because this could have gotten rid of that thing that was letting him do the double discover in that last round, and maybe our opponent wouldn't have gotten such an insane board. But yeah, we just kind of made their attacks bad for a long time. And ran out of deck. But that gets us 6 packs, 2,200 gems. I had a good time. I hope you did too. And for now, I'll take my leave.